Take two. This is Stephen, the Disney Drago Robinson. You're watching the one and only Sport Icon. Bow!
Okay, so Tyson Fury has thrown his name back in the mix to take on Francis Ngannou. Now I say back because both Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury have expressed an interest in fighting each other on a couple of occasions before. Francis Ngannou quite recently said they'd like to fight Tyson Fury, and of course you mentioned the name Anthony Joshua. Reasons being, both of them big paydays, right? If you're going to enter the world of boxing to have a boxing fight, then you may as well get paid well, because you're probably going to lose. Okay? Now, other people who have mentioned Francis Ngannou are Dillian Whyte, Deontay Wilder, and Derek Chisora. They're the three names that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe there's some more, I don't know. But both Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder have said that they would fight Francis Ngannou twice. Once in the boxing ring and once in the cage. Now, out of all those fighters, Fury, Whyte, Wilder, Chisora, if he was to fight any of those four, for example, then, of course, you have to favour Francis Ngannou in the cage against any of those and favour all four of those boxers against Francis Ngannou in the boxing ring. But if you're going to give Francis Ngannou any chance of defeating any of them in the boxing ring, it's probably going to be Wilder. Maybe he could get to Wilder. But again, unlikely. If you're going to favour any of them to give it a good go against Francis Ngannou in the cage, you're probably have to go with Dillian Whyte. Reason being, he's got that background, he's got that experience, he's done it before, along with kickboxing and that as well. The others haven't done it. I mean, could you imagine Wilder or Tyson Fury in the cage with Francis Ngannou? No. But either way, Tyson Fury, he said that he'd like to fight Francis Ngannou under boxing rules, but with 4-ounce gloves. So, MMA gloves, right? I don't know if this is something that Frank Warren would be interested in. I mean, I'm sure he would. It'd be a huge money spinner. I'm sure that Bob Arum will be up for it as well. Essentially, of course, it would be exhibition. But to do it with 4-ounce gloves, Francis Ngannou will be in a whole world of problems. Whole world of problems. But at the same time, if he lands on Fury, imagine that. Imagine if Francis Ngannou goes in the boxing ring, takes on Tyson Fury and knocks Fury out. Sheesh. That would go down as one of the biggest upsets ever, wouldn't it? But Tyson Fury says that he's sure that the WBC would be up for that fight. I mean, listen, they probably would. But under what capacity? It couldn't be for his title. Surely not. It couldn't be, right? But you know what? I'm sure they'd love to make a bit of money, so they'll create some kind of belt. You know what they're like. Mauricio Sullivan loves to create a belt or two. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Fury did say this fight against Francis Ngannou would be if the Oleksandr Usyk fight doesn't materialise for whatever reason. He says that he's in limbo like everybody else is as to whether or not this fight's on. It's now gone from the fight will be announced this week to it's now going to be announced this week to now maybe it's going to be announced this week to maybe now it's going to be announced next week or the week after. Okay, that's kind of the thing of it, where both Bob Arum and Frank Warren have said that they're still pushing for it to be in Saudi Arabia, and if not, the backup plan will be Wembley Stadium. Now, if both of these guys want to fight each other, as in Fury and Usyk, then they're going to fight each other, whether that be in Saudi or Plan B, Wembley. Wembley is the backup. Okay, so as long as these two want to fight each other, it's going to happen. It is. As long as they're both sensible at the negotiations, a 50-50 split, or whatever it's going to be, the fight should happen. The only way this fight is not going to happen is if one of them is playing hardball when it comes to the money, come to the split. That's the only way that fight is going to happen. But if it does break down, Tyson Fury says he wants to fight Francis Ngannou under Queensberry rules with 4-ounce boxing gloves. Poor Francis. 4-ounce gloves. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.